How's it going, everybody? Robert Grievous with Pine Pollen Superfood and Precision Training. Last week we went over a couple different deadlift variations. This week we're going to go over a sumo deadlift variation. So with the sumo deadlift we get a little more impact on our inner thighs. They open up our hips a little bit more. With the sumo deadlift, I like to use these with my older clients. There's not so much hip hinging, so not so much lower back movement. Also, it takes a lot of the pressure off of the knees in a deadlift and puts it on the hips instead. And now that just kind of depends on what kind of client you have. Whether they have bad knees, then this one would be good to do. If they have bad hips, then obviously don't do this one. So I'm just going to demonstrate it here. Main difference, we'll start off with your standard deadlift, right, where feet are about shoulder width apart, hands go overhand grip to outside of your knees or supinated grip like we went over last week. With the sumo deadlift, we're going to go much wider with our feet. We're going to rotate our toes out as well, kind of like a sumo squat, right, where sumo wrestlers, they do this real wide. As you can see, this opens up my hips quite a bit. When I get this one in, I come in closer with my hands, and you can see I don't have to hip hinge so much with this one because I can get a little closer to the ground because my hips are a little more open. I grab the bar, back is still straight, hips are still low, and I pull straight up. Okay, I'm driving my knees out towards my toes as I'm doing this. You'll feel it in your inner thighs when you're doing these sumo deadlifts. Like I said, this is a great variation for somebody that has a little bit of lower back issues or not a really strong lower back. It's great to start with these ones because obviously it doesn't put as much pressure on the lower back. So try out those sumo deadlifts depending on what kind of client you're working with or what you're doing yourself and what kind of injuries you're working with. Thanks. We'll talk to you later.